We are live on TikTok and we're live on YouTube. Let's go, baby. Okay, so we are live. Need to charge my keyboard at some point. So, welcome back to our weekly live stream for, let's do that. Okay, so we have our weekly Oracle live stream for y'all because you seemed to like it last week, so we're going to make this a weekly thing. We're going to go, it is getting quite late, I have just got back from work, so we're going to go for 45 minutes, maybe an hour. I think the theme is going to be we draw 7 cards and we find the meanings in them and then the questions of them and whatnot. So down here we've got not Instagram, because I can't figure out how to do Instagram lives yet, but we'll get there eventually. We've got TikTok down here, and then up here, hi guys, we have YouTube. So for anybody that is interested, sorry, just catching up on Hatchling Can Shiz. Yeah, because I'm going to put a link in Hatchling Clan. Hopefully we can get some hatchlings joining in. View channel. Hello, peoples. Anybody watching? We've got anybody watching? No, that means I can just chill for a little bit longer. Share, copy link. Chucking this in at the Hatchling Clan. So I'll just put it in the general chat. And then put the TikTok one as well. I am currently live. How do I find my own live on TikTok? I don't know if I can do that. Oh, we have a watcher. Hello. Hello. I just put also live on TikTok. If anybody wants to join in over there, we are gonna do some Star Dragon Oracle readings. Let's do this. Probably a good time to post it because there's quite a few people online. Hello, everybody. For everybody that is joining, got a couple of people that are actually watching. We've got several people joining. This is all good fun. Sorry, I know I'm a few minutes late as well. We're just getting started. I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing, and I'm going to try and be a little bit more on time during the week as well. Yeah, that's nice. Let's go. Okay, so we'll see if anybody joins in. For now, we have the Star Dragon Oracle cards. We used these last week, and quite a few people seem to like them. So we go and use them again this week. I think this is going to be like my live readings deck because it seems to be what they're calling me for, to be honest. I do have several decks. I will probably go over all of my divinatory tools in a video on YouTube. I'll probably go over all of the equipment and tools that I have of the craft and how I use them, what I use them for, when I got them, how long it takes me to connect with stuff like that. If that is something that y'all would be interested in, I would be happy to do that. But for now, these are the cards that I use for my oracle readings. It is the Star Dragon Oracle card by Paolo Barbieri, not Barberini, I lied. By Paolo Barbieri. They are absolutely gorgeous. I love these cards. And I do have several other sets, but I feel like these are the ones that will be for the lives. I feel like maybe I should have like dedicated decks to dedicated things within my craft. Like I already have decks dedicated to like different beings, I suppose. But I don't have them dedicated to like certain things. I just kind of grab the ones that I feel like I need to grab. I feel like for Patreon, I might do, because I do like weekly readings, just for like all of my patrons on Patreon. I do a weekly reading, like what to expect for the upcoming week kind of thing. That is, I do a rune reading and a oracle reading. The oracle reading is, so like every tier that I do on Patreon, I might do a video on this just to explain it a little bit better. For every tier that I do, you get all of the previous tiers plus something else just to kind of make it worth the money. Patreon link will be in the description below for the YouTube squad, and for the TikTok squad, I believe I have it linked as like part of my link tree, or as just like one of the links in my bio. If anybody would like to go and support me over there and come and join the Star Squad patrons, that would be incredible, and I'd love to have you over there. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to use my mermaid cards for Patreon, but the Star Dragon cards for my live readings, because the Star Dragon cards are so beautiful, and I feel like the mermaid cards are a little bit more kind of like niche almost. I'm just going to keep shuffling these until the ones that I need jump out. I feel like that's the vibe. Again, we're going for 7. 7's the vibe. 7 is the magic number, apparently. So we are just going to keep going until 7 have actually like properly jumped out on me. And yeah, we'll see what this week will bring. What do the Star Squad need to know? What do we need to hear? Those 3. Yes, so we've got 5. I need 2 more. What's the Bible? What are the odds I get the exact same cards as last week? Especially considering how I'm shuffling them. That would be funny. But even with the same card, you can still take a different meaning from them. That's one of the reasons why I love Oracle. Like when I first started doing divination and stuff, I feel like Oracle was the way to go, because Tarot is very not necessarily like strict, but it already has kind of like a pre-given set of meanings, I suppose. So you have to learn Tarot. Whereas I feel like with Oracle, it's a lot more intuitively guided based on kind of like what you see and feel in the pictures. What do you guys think? Comment, tell me, because I am curious. I might also do this because I can't actually see the comments. Yay, you made it. The Aquarian Dragon. Hello. I need to be able to see all the buttons. The buttons. Welcome, Aquarian Dragon. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. And oh, that's literally all of them. Jesus, we're not doing all of them. I only need 2 more. 2 more. 2 more. So one can make their own meanings to tarot too. That is very true. One can make their own meanings to tarot. And I do have a tarot deck that I can't even remember what it's called off the top of my head. It's in the box under my bed, but we'll have a look at that in a little while, just so I can remember that I do very much like take my own meanings from, but I feel like it's because the imagery within it, don't mind the background noise, my partner is hiding in the bathroom so that he doesn't have to be part of this. He's having a great time, he's just shy. I feel like with tarot it is, or at least initially when I first started doing like, oh, that one literally jumped out, Jesus. Okay, that's that one. We've got one more card. Yeah, when I first started, I think I got a little bit overwhelmed with some of the meanings for them, because we've got like all of the different suits and all of the different like the arcanas and stuff like that, and it seemed to come with kind of like a set of rules, and it is kind of overwhelming. So when I'm reading with tarot, I do like to look up the definitions, whereas when I'm reading with oracle, I feel like I can be a little bit more nuanced and intuitively guided. That's just how I've been pretty much my entire craft. But yeah, I do agree that one can kind of come up with their own meanings for certain tarot decks as well. It's just that a lot of the imagery, because they are based around the same thing, from the ones that I've seen, a lot of the imagery is just kind of like, it's very similar. So I don't feel like, I feel like it kind of follows those certain sets of rules that I think it was like, who was it, Rider-Waite that came up with the original, like the OG tarot deck. And I never really liked the kind of like old school imagery. I like the kind of pretty stuff like this. And I'm very, very tempted to make my own oracle cards and tarot cards and stuff like that, because I am an artist as well. So let me know if that is something that you guys would like. I came up with some of my own meanings when the cards come up, depending on the question and my own sense of feeling. Yeah, no, I kind of do that as well. It does depend on, I'm feeling that one. Okay, we have our cards, and we're starting at the bottom and working our way across. So how many have we actually got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, 7's the vibe, guys. Yeah, no, I do, like, if I'm asking a specific question, but I feel like if you're just kind of like doing a general reading of like past, present, future, or if you're going with the idea of like, just what do I need to know for the next couple of weeks, or what do I need to know for the next couple of years, or whatever like that. If it's like a very generalized thing, having the imagery, again, from the ones that I've seen that are based around like the OG meanings of all of the tarot decks and stuff, I feel like they're all very like similar imagery. So I don't know, I feel like with tarot, I have to have the right tarot deck. I feel like the one, I think it's called the Light Seekers tarot deck. But I absolutely love the imagery on that. So if I'm very like visually based when it comes to all of my like divination stuff. Like, for example, I will give you guys a sneak peek actually. If you do want to join my Patreon and you would like the readings that I do on there, then I can't remember what deck this is because I lost the box, but it's like a mermaid oracle. We've got some very pretty pictures. So we're using that deck over for I believe it's tier 3 of Patreon. And I've also got some homemade runes that my friend, she does, or she did, I don't know if she still does. I think she had like Ash and Rose curios or something like that on. I would like to do a review of her shop actually. I don't know if she still does it. I might ask. I did do a collab with her like many years ago of like a witch Q&A. Do I do card readings? That is literally what I'm about to do if you stick around. But personalized ones, I will be selling them on my Patreon as like a buy once kind of thing. You can also DM me if you're on TikTok, or if you are on YouTube, find one of my socials on Instagram, TikTok, that kind of stuff, and we can set up a payment for you guys to have personalized readings. But for example, these are the runes that I use if you want to subscribe to the Patreon things. Spider on the curtain. Is there a spider on my curtain? can't see a spider on my curtain. Oh well. If there is, it can eat up the flies. But yeah, so she actually, like Ash and Rose Curios, she actually made me some like pretty runes and stuff like that. These are like resin. So it's got the black backing, and then it's got like the layer where you can see all of the like herbs and crystals and stuff. And then she painted the runes on the front for me. So that will be tier 2. And then tier 3 is tier 1 is like a weekly journal prompt thing. So for like shadow work or just journaling in general, it'll be a weekly journal prompt. And then tier 2 is the rune readings plus the journal prompt. And then tier 3 is journal prompt, rune reading, and mermaid oracle. But for the weekly kind of like card readings, it's been a while since I came up with my own oracle deck meanings, but yet to find inspiration on the images. Yeah, I like doing the oracle readings. I feel like I can get a lot more out of them. But so for example, we've got 7 cards here. Can I pick them all up without showing them potentially? We've got 7 cards here. We are going to work our way through for the next few minutes, and we're going to use the messages along the bottoms of them and kind of like figure out what the Star Squad need to know for this week. So the first card, trust, love and friendship. Oh, that's so pretty. So for the TikTok squad, and then for the YouTube squad. It's so pretty. I love these cards so much. So trust, love and friendship. I feel like there's some of us that are kind of like questioning humanity, to be honest. I know for a fact that I am, because there's just so many things that are kind of like going on with the world and with people's attitudes and just everything, that I feel like we all kind of need a bit of companionship and friendship and love, and we need to know that there are good people out there. So if that is you, then I think it starts with the self, to be honest. So like lead by example, be the I hate the phrasing of be the good you want to see in the world, because it's so cheesy, but it is kind of true, and it's a cheesy saying for a reason. I feel like if you want to, you know, sometimes when you need a friend, you just need to be a friend. So I feel like love and friendship is a big one at the moment with people that are trying to work their way through their anger with humanity. But I feel like we need to kind of like start within, and then we will notice it just kind of rippling out and stuff like that. But you see like the little companionship, like a little dragon hug. You should be careful coming on live at your age. Darling, I'm nearly 30. I'll be all right. Be the light that guides, or the devil who adds to the spice and fun. I love that. Aquarian dragon. But yeah, woo, jumping at you. Yeah, we just need a little bit of companionship, and sometimes we just need a hug. Sometimes we just need a hug. So be the good that you want to see, and also maybe hug your friends, because everybody needs hugs. Everybody deserves hugs, to be honest. Wisdom, asking questions. Ooh, I love that. Right, for the TikTok squad, can't really see, it's like so bright, light reflecting off them, but you see like the curl. I love how they've got the constellations in them. I mean, Star Dragon, duh, but yeah, it's so cute. You see how it's kind of like riling up, ready for battle and being well protective and caring. And then for YouTube squad, you see that? Asking questions. So I feel like with this one, I feel like we might have had this one before. So I feel like the question out of this one is like, who in your life needs love the most? That's the question I'm going for this one. Who in your life needs love the most? And it's okay if the answer is yourself. That is completely okay. But yeah, this one I feel like it's ready for battle. It's like, see how the hand is kind of like reaching out for the dragon as well. It's kind of like relying on the companionship, the friendship. I feel like we need to kind of like reach out to people in our lives. So who do you need to reach out to? Who in your life needs love the most? Who do you need to reach out to? So it's okay if the answer is yourself, but maybe there is somebody else. Like if you need to reach out to someone else to make sure they're okay, or reach out to someone else because they might help you feel okay, and you know that. You know? That's the vibe we're going with for the first couple. Next card is Tranquility, Harmonious Inaction. Again, I feel like we might have had this one last week, but I feel like we're getting a different energy from them today. I'm watching the work on a dragon rosary. Oh my god, you're definitely gonna have to like come and find me in the Hatchling clan and show us this dragon rosary. I need to see it. Hatchling clan Discord, by the way, it should be linked in the description for the YouTube squad. But yes, we go with the peacefulness and the serenity. And I get like an energy of kind of like waiting. I feel like we've all been waiting on something or someone to kind of like push things forward in our lives and make something happen. And I feel like we're going with the vibe of like we need to be here for ourselves. Like we need to extend that love outwards from ourselves. We do kind of rely on others sometimes. It's okay to rely on others, but we do rely on others sometimes. And I feel like this one is like taking inaction is sometimes just as useful as being all kind of like go, 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 go. So this is very much about kind of like self-care and rest, I feel. This reading's about self-care and rest because quite a lot of us are very go, 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 and we forget to take the time for ourselves and to be our own friend because we're all very sorry, she's got in the shower. Let's do that. Oh, hello. We're gonna give my man some privacy. But yeah, so we're all very intent, I feel, on being there for other people and for being so like hustle, like the hustle energy. I feel like that's getting to a lot of us, and we're all very kind of like burnt out. We just need some rest, and we just need a hug, and we need the support. So this is what the Star Squad is all about. We need to support each other. We need to work together. We need to chill. We need to take some time to chill. It's okay to rest. Like I said last time, rest if you must, but don't you quit. I'm going to find that whole poem, and I'm probably going to get copyrighted for reading it, but rest if... I will continue with the reading in a second, but this is relevant. Rest if you must, but don't quit poem. Edgar Albert Guest, apparently. Yes. I just want the poem, man. Just quickly check the comments. Just forgot what my pendant I wanted to use went. Oh, I had a clock dragon on it. Ooh, that's cute. I like the idea of a clock dragon. So the poem that I feel is relevant. I think I was meant to read this last time, but I didn't get around to it. So When things go wrong, this is called Don't Quit by Edgar. I just said his name, it's fine. When things go wrong, as they sometimes will, when the road you're trudging seems all uphill, when the funds are low but the debts are high, and you want to smile but you have to sigh, when care is pressing you down a bit, rest if you must, but don't you quit. Life is strange with its twists and turns, as every one of us sometimes learns, and many failures turn about when we might have won had we stuck it out. Don't give up, though the pace seems slow. You may succeed with another blow. Success is failure turned inside out, the silver tint of the clouds of doubt. You can never tell how close you are. It may be near when it seems so far, so stick to the fight when you're hardest hit. It's when things seem worse that you must not quit. And I feel like that is like, rest is okay, but don't give up. Like, we need to take the time to rest. It's okay to rest. It's okay to need a hug, but we need to not give up when we're so close to achieving what we're trying to achieve, you know? So rest is important. Tranquility, rest energy. Next card. Protection, finding what's important. Again, we spend so much time burning ourselves out in this society for other people, for our jobs, for our friends, because we have to be there for everybody else. This is very, very much a self-care, rest, self-love kind of reading, because this vibe is like the protect. Okay, we're gonna do for the TikTok squad. We're gonna like the protective vibe. I mean, first of all, gorgeous card, but the protective vibe is very, very important. And then for the YouTube squad, it's like, I will fight you. I will fight for you. So sometimes we do just need other people to fight for us. Sometimes we need other people to give us a hug. But it's also okay to do that for ourselves. Like, we're allowed to rest and recuperate, but we have to just buckle down and keep going, because other people are not going to be able to make our dreams come true for ourselves the way that we will be able to. If this is making sense. We'll go over this in a bit. So the question on this one is, how can you turn part of your daily process into a moment of self-love? Oof. How can you turn part of your daily routines into a moment of self-love? And then this one is, what is it in your life that is actually important? Because there are so many things in so many different aspects of our lives that we give so much to other people. How much of that, when it genuinely comes down to achieving our dreams, how much of that is actually important? I feel like I've been learning this a lot, especially with the way that my work schedule is at the moment and how tired I am. Don't know if you can see the dark circles under my eyes. I could stand to learn a thing or two from these readings as well. I think that's why I like doing them, because I know that these are kind of for me, but I know that this is also for my star squad, because we are all linked, you and I. Let's not fall over. That's not great. So what have we got so far? Love and friendship. What was the question for this one? Who in your life needs some friendship right now? I think I was around that thing, asking questions. It was like, who needs protecting? What can you do to turn a moment of your daily routine into self-love? And then, what in your life is actually important when it comes to achieving your dreams? Because I feel like a lot of us, we are working so hard for other people, we don't actually take the time to think about what is genuinely important for ourselves. And we need to do that. We need to do that a lot more often. Next card. Oh, that's pretty. Vision, contemplating the future. Again, what is actually important? for the TikTok squad. See what I mean? It's so pretty. And then for the YouTube squad. So pretty. I love it. So, contemplating the future. I feel like, yeah, again, this is what is important. How long can you actually spend burning yourself out for other people and being there for other people completely, like, unequivocally, like no questions asked? How long can you really do that before it starts to take some wear and tear on your soul and on your body? Like, think about your future. Think about what is best for you, how to achieve your dreams, how to care for yourself. So, what is actually important, and what do you want for your future? What do you want for your future? Because I feel like a lot of us aren't actually answering that question. I know what I want for my future. That's literally why I'm here. I'm exhausted. I've worked an 11-hour day, and I work in a leisure centre, and I worked between 4 different departments, technically. And I went to the gym before I started work. I'm exhausted. But I'm still here because I enjoy doing this, and I want to do this for my future. I want to join all of my creativity and community together to bring us all together, to raise us all up. That is what I want for my future. And I want to use socials and stuff to do it because that is the era that we're in with technology. So being that I can do that from anywhere, even better, means I actually get to travel and see the world and learn about new things. But this is what I want for my future. What do you want for yours? What do you want for your future? Didn't know who that was. Next one, transformation, defining yourself. Guys, literally, who do you want to be? What do you want for your future? Who do you want to be? Because I feel like a lot of us aren't actually being our true selves. We are being what everyone else expects us to be, what everyone else wants us to be. Who do you want to be? That is a unicorn dragon? I'm sorry? That is a unicorn dragon. Guys. And look, he's giving it pets. But having that companionship is very important. Caring for ourselves is very important. Who do you want to be? Be as unique as a unicorn dragon. Be yourself. Everyone else is taken. Who do you actually want to be? What do you want to do with your life? Who do you want to be? Because I feel like so many of us are, say, Jacob Green. Okay. So many of us are putting ourselves aside to fulfill the wants and whims of the companies that we work for and the jobs that we have. Like, most of us don't even have an actual career anymore. Like, we have a job, we have a way to make money, but it's not what we're enjoying doing. It's not what we want to actually do with our lives. That sucks, dude. Like, we can do so much better than that. So I feel like this is where it starts. This is where it starts. So, transformation. Who do you actually want to be? Make it happen. Let's go. Okay, this is the last card, and then we're going to do a quick go over. Effort, conquering your demons. Based on the last few cards, like self-love, friendship, taking moments to rest, finding what's important in your life, contemplating your future. What do you want for yourself? Defining yourself. Who do you want to be? Like, this is going hard on the notion of building from the ground up, I feel. So this one, again, show the card for the TikTok Tink tonk squad. Like, gorgeous. Love the red. Literally a dragon rider. Literally a dragon rider. And then for the YouTube squads, dragon rider. Guys. So, conquering your demons. From the back of a dragon, you have your dragons with you. You have your deities with you. You have your spirit squad with you. You have your friends. You have your family. You have the family you have built out of your friends. Like, even if you think you have no one, you have the star squad. I am your mother now. I will adopt all of you. You are not alone, but you have to be willing to change. Because for a lot of us, that is the thing that scares us the most, is that we have to face some things that have been crappy in the past. We have to work through some things and heal some things and get over some things, really. We have to actually do the inner work to get to where we want to be the person that we want to be. And we have to face some things within our lives about ourselves that we might not want to face because it's kind of crappy and it's a little bit like, I don't want to do that. But think about it this way. If you are actually unsatisfied with your life as it currently is, and the person that you currently are, then what you're currently doing and who you are currently being isn't working to make you happy. It's not working. So what do we need to change to make it work? What do we need to change to make it work? So we need to put in the effort to make those changes. We need to put in the effort to make it work. We can make our lives work for us. We just have to go about it the right way, as we learned last week. So, recap. We've had... I can't believe it's a fucking unicorn dragon, guys. Unicorn dragon. And a feather dragon. Dragon feather, I call you. Literally made her sound like a Pokemon. So, trust, love and friendship. Who in your life needs love and trust and friendship the most right now? It's okay if the answer is you. Who in our life needs protecting? Who do we need to reach out to? Like, whether it's to help ourselves or to help them. What can we do in our daily routine to take a moment of self-love and self-care? What is actually important in your life? And are you burning yourself out for other people for no reason? Probably. What do you want for your future? What do you want for your future? Who do you want to be? What do we need to get rid of to make that happen? Because I feel like a lot of us are very much stuck in this corporate machine of just work to make money because life is expensive. I try to protect others, but then I think who would protect me? Well, hopefully the people that you are trying to protect. And if that is not the case, then you are hanging around the wrong people and you're trying to protect the wrong people. Truly, I feel. But then sometimes it's about knowing how much of yourself to give in that protection as well. Because if you are protecting others with absolutely everything in you and you're not leaving anything for yourself, it is okay to protect yourself too. It is totally okay to protect yourself. It's okay to say no to certain things for that self-protection, that self-preservation, that self-care, self-love. It's okay to be your own friend. It is okay to be your own friend. In fact, it is necessary to be your own friend. And protecting others as a way of just being a good person, great. Putting yourself intentionally in harm's way to protect others at the detriment to yourself, that's where we need to work on some things. Because I feel like a lot of people tend to be like, okay, well, you can't be a good person without completely sacrificing yourself. Like, no, you can be a very good person. Do no harm but take no shit kind of good person, because you are important too. You are just as important as everybody else you are trying to protect. And I think a lot of us need to learn that. That is the lesson that a lot of us need to build on working up. Because honestly, most of the time, most people, like the way that they function in their lives is so based on how other people would react to them doing certain things. And that's not actually us being ourselves. That is us being what society wants us to be. It's what society wants us to believe that we have to be in order to be a functioning member of society. Like, we have to work to pay the bills because food is expensive and bills are expensive, and we have to be self-sufficient at a certain age, otherwise you're an incel and you're stuck in your parents' basement at home alone, blah, 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 blah. Like, there is no one way to live. There is no one way to be. There are as many ways to live and as many ways to be as there are people to live and be. You are on your own unique path. You're on your own unique journey. You're supposed to experience life uniquely because this is your journey, not anybody else's. This is your path, not anybody else's. This is your life, not anybody else's. This is you, nobody else. So you need to be your own friend. You need to be your own support. It's okay to reach out to others. It's okay to rest. It's okay to take moments of self-love and self-care. But you also need to ask the bigger questions of, who actually am I right now? Do I like myself? Not even do I love myself, do I like myself? Because you are stuck with you. You have to enjoy your own company. And if you don't, then maybe therapy, if we can afford it. But I feel like a lot of people are kind of stuck in that cycle, an endless cycle of work, eat, sleep, repeat. And we can do so much better than that, guys. I've seen it. What do you think celebrities do? Like, yes, they still work. They work to earn their money. They work to make the things that they create. Like, I don't know, if you're going with the idea of film celebrities, yes, they work to make the film. They work to make the production. And it's not easy work by any means. But some people are literally become millionaires from one film. And they're doing something. They're doing a job that they enjoy doing. Like, no one becomes an actor just for the sake of it. They do it because they enjoy it. And you can do those things too. Like, what do you actually enjoy doing? Like, I enjoy making content. I enjoy doing lives. I enjoy hanging out with you guys. Like I said, I'm exhausted right now, but I'm still here because I want to be here. I want to give these readings to you guys. I want to hang with you guys. I want to know my squad. You know? I enjoy doing this and I want to make something out of it. That is who I am. That is who I want to be. This is the life that I'm trying to create, and you can do it too. There is nothing to say that you can't go for your dreams. There is nothing to say you can't actually achieve them, other than the people at the top that are trying to keep you down. I feel like a lot of us need to actually take a moment to consider that some people, especially the people that don't actually want the best for you, are the only ones that are actually trying to keep you down. Because we can do so much better. It is okay to rely on other people. It is okay to rest. It is okay to be our own friend. It is necessary to be our own friend. But who are you? Who actually are you? What do you actually want from your life? And what are the steps you can take to make that happen? Because you can make it happen. You so can. If you couldn't, there wouldn't be the desire to do so in the first place. You have the desire to do so in the first place because that is what you are supposed to be doing. A lot of us don't see our desires, like the desire to create, the desire to make art, the desire to write poetry, the desire to make driftwood sculptures. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's just a silly little hobby. No. If that is something that excites you and something that you truly enjoy doing, it's something that you're passionate about, make something out of it. A lot of us need to learn to put ourselves first in a way that makes us happy. Not in a way that you're trying to belittle other people or make a grab for power, but in a way that makes us genuinely happy. We need to support other people rather than tearing each other down. Because everybody deserves to be happy. Everyone deserves to have a bit of magic in their life and a bit of love and a bit of friendship. Everyone deserves to feel important and to feel like they are worth something. I feel like a lot of people don't get that, which is why a lot of people hate people. It just makes me sad. Because we can all do so much better. We can all do so much better with the people that we are surrounding ourselves with. We can all do so much better on the people that we give our energy to and we give our time to. You look like the draconian Malfoy. It's because I've got my hair back. I've actually got red hair. I'm blonde and red. But I would take that. Malfoy's hot. Yeah, I feel like that was a little bit of a heart to heart, but it's Ginny. Yes, I am a combination of Malfoy and Ginny. I will take that. Both of those people are hot. I'm good with that. When they're older, obviously, in like the last few movies. Yeah, disclaimer right there. But yeah, a lot of us need to go through that transformation. You need to actually define yourself. Because again, a lot of people don't want to put in the work to do that. They just kind of accept what other people tell them they should be. And we can do so much better than that. You have these passions for a reason. Do something with them. You are guided to these things for a reason. You are inspired by these things for a reason. Take it and run with it. Do something with it. Make a life for yourself that will make you happy. Like, there are so many people that are like, oh, if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life. Like, obviously put in the work. But if you're going to have to work every day as an adult, you might as well do a job that you enjoy. Still here beating away. Thank you, Aquarian Dragon. Thank you for sticking around. But yeah, I feel like a lot of us either don't want to put in the work because we're just happy to just, not even happy, but you don't want to challenge what other people have told you to be, even if it doesn't feel right. And I feel like a lot of us need to do better at that. A lot of us need to define ourselves. Define yourself. Be unique. Be the unicorn dragon. Put in the effort to slay the demons that haunt you and keep you stuck in the pathway that you feel like you're stuck in. Bottom of the deck. What's on the bottom of the deck? Destruction, releasing your anger. Ha! Bottom of the deck. There is some fiery vengeance there. We need to get that. We need to get inspired. We need to get passionate. We need to get angry about the things that have been done to us wrong. The people that done did us wrong. The things that done did us wrong. This rosary looking so beautiful already. I'm sure it is. I can't wait to see what it looks like. Again, come join us on the Hatchling Clan Discord. Drop some photos of that. But yeah, I feel like we can all do a lot better. We need to all do a lot better at making that time for ourselves. Taking those moments of self-love and self-care and self-awareness, self-reflection. I feel like we can do better. We're going to do better. Week by week. So come join in these weekly readings and the weekly heart-to-hearts and the weekly chats. And we can do some little check-ins. Should I message my crush? We don't know each other, by the way. Nothing wrong with putting yourself out there if that is what will actually genuinely make you happy and you feel like you should go for it. I don't see why not. If you don't know each other, maybe it's, think about if it's a little bit stalkery. Maybe don't be a little bit stalkery because that's a bit weird. But yeah, I feel like we can all do better. I liked his story, but that's it. Is that fine? Honestly, not the best person to ask about relationships. I'm currently going through a divorce, so love and relationship advice isn't really my thing, unless it's kind of like the person that I'm already with. Do you get a vibe? It's okay, I'm the one that left. It's all good. But yeah, when it comes to defining ourselves and our futures and stuff like that, I feel like we can all do better, and we are going to do better. I really feel that vibe of onwards and upwards. The Star Squad is going onwards and upwards. Like, we can do this. We've got this. Just keep going. Keep checking in with yourself. Take that moment to like have that moment of self-love and self-care. Hate love and relationship readings. I'm usually wrong. You know what? When it comes to that kind of stuff, I'm never usually wrong either. But I very much go with like the vibe I get. Everyone is telling me not to message him because we don't know each other. I mean, maybe get to know him first if it's like a real, like in real life person, because I feel like that's kind of a normal thing to do. Like, actually get to know each other rather than just randomly messaging someone you don't know. But yeah, I feel like we can. I think he went through a heartbreak recently, I'm assuming. I mean, you can always be friends first. It's actually usually better if you are, from my experience. Except when it comes to my own relationship, then I'm normally wrong. You have no idea how accurate that is. That's funny. But yeah. When it comes to the reading, do you do darts? No, I don't do darts. When it comes to the reading, take that moment for self-love. Take that moment for self-care. Be your own friend. And I don't know how we've never crossed paths. And then how do you have a crush on them? Is it like a celebrity? I'm confused. But yeah. Mutuals. Then get involved. Get your mutuals to get you together. Just group friendship type thing. Let's go hang out, everybody. And then hopefully see if you can actually be friends from there. Message his father if you're really interested. Maybe don't. That's some bad advice. Mutual from TikTok. I don't know. Shoot your shot, man. Who knows? Maybe something will come out of it. Keep us posted next week of what's going on with your dealio with your crush. It is getting kind of late here, and I am absolutely fried because it's been a really long day, and I have another long day tomorrow. Ow, that kind of hurt. Just get rejected. It's not that deep. You might not get rejected. You never know. But putting yourself out there is scary. So have a moment of bravery. If you're really feeling like you want to, take the moment of bravery. Take the moment but don't be creepy about it, and make sure it's for the right reasons. But yeah, be your own best friend. Self-love, self-care. It's important. Figure out who you are. Figure out who you want to be. What you want to do with your life, and check back in next week. We'll see what the cards have to say for us then. Yeah. We are basically knocking on an hour now, so the Aquarian Dragon is an absolute G for sticking around for that entire time. Thank you very much. Yeah. We're getting there. We're getting there. Everybody is slowly getting there. Slowly getting there for sure. Nums. Does anybody else have any comments, anything to say, anything to add, anything about the reading that they want to chime in with, some little bits of nuggety wisdom before I clock off? Because I've got maybe 5-10 minutes where I can chill and chat about comments and stuff, and then I do need to clock off and go to bed because I'm really tired. Anybody got anything to say? Maybe indeed. Do you guys actually like these readings, like with these cards? And would you like, and if you would like any of my mermaid readings or anything like that, then they will be on my Patreon. You have to subscribe to tier 3. And you will get a weekly reading, a weekly journal prompt, and a weekly rune reading as well with my homemade truth art runes. Why do you have a blue dragon behind you? Because that is my laundry rack. And the blue dragon towel is a lot prettier than being able to see my laundry. Also because it's a banging background. Halal in the streets, haram in the sheets. That's funny. I like you. You're funny. You can stick around. Yeah, I'm kind of like that as a background. Why do you have a crystal on your neck? This is a rose quartz. This was one of the first presents that my current partner ever got me, and I have worn it basically every day since. And why do you have crystal? Who asked? Who asked what? I don't know. The above comment is a way of life. Yeah. Very true. But yeah, if you like these readings, then stick around. I am going to try and do them weekly. I'm getting the feeling it will be like we're going to stick with these cards for the lives. If you want any of my other decks, If you specifically want the mermaid readings, it'll be on my Patreon. If you want any of my other decks that I've got, I believe I've got my Dragon Oracle by Diana Cooper. I've also got my Lightseeker Tarot. I've got like demon cards. I've got what else have I got? I think I've got like 3 or 4 other decks. I will be getting more. I believe I'm going to be getting the Dragon Fate Oracle when I can next afford it. So I'll have like loads of different decks and stuff. So if you would like an actual reading, like personal card reading from me about specific questions, I try not to do relationship stuff because I can do them. They really drain me because I have to like properly tune into your energy to get everything that needs to be like understood about that kind of relationship connection. And it's not just you that I'm connected to, it's also the person that you're asking about, and that's gets really draining really fast. So I try not to do relationship stuff. But anything else is like kind of personal, like life goals, life stuff, all that kind of thing. Then do message me on the DMs on TikTok. I'm also on Instagram, or again on Patreon. I'll be putting up a like a single purchase, like reading type thing. As soon as I can figure out how to do that, I will let you guys know in probably one of my future lives. But if you would like personal readings, then do DM me and we will figure out pricing and stuff. I do try to work by budget, and I don't want to say I'm cheap, but some of my readings are quite reasonably priced. And we can figure out payment plans for those of you that are curious. And yeah, specifically mermaid readings will be on my Patreon. If you specifically want these cards, then I'll be doing these ones on a weekly basis on these lives. So I'll be on TikTok and on YouTube. I am the Starlight Priestess on both. And yeah, we have actually clocked over an hour now. So I'm exhausted. I'm going to go to sleep. And I hope you guys have a good day or a good night or a good time. That's my... Oh my God. I have another account, and I tried to make a video for it the other day and I completely forgot my outro. That is my outro for my other account. Okay. Jeez. Okay. So Hatchling Clan Discord should be in the description for my YouTube channel, and it will be somewhere halfway done already with Rosary and Picking Discord. Yay! Thank you, Aquarian Dragon. That is amazing. I will pop over and have a look at that quickly before I go to sleep because it sounds amazing. I love the idea of a dragon rosary. Yeah, we've clocked over an hour, so I'm going to disappear. I hope you found the reading useful and enjoyable, and if you did, please come back next week around this time on this day, and we should have another one for you. So, yeah, I believe that's everything. So thank you guys for chilling with me, and to the amazing Aquarian Dragon for keeping me entertained for the last hour. And yeah, I believe that should do it. So be unapologetically you, no shame, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.